The reason you're not successful and you're not succeeding in your pursuits is because you're focusing on the material aspects rather than the spiritual pursuit. You're focusing on the money, the finances, rather than focusing on embodying your higher self and fulfilling your life purpose. You focus on how am I going to make this amount of money, X amount of Y to do this, to do that, blah, blah, blah. But you're not placing a balance in, okay, I'm going to focus on furthering my spiritual pursuit so that I can become and embody the highest version of myself and fulfill my life purpose. And then through this process, I am going to gain this. If your goals aren't working, if your main mission in life isn't working, you need to refocus. You need to refocus, okay, where am I putting all my attention on worrying about my finances rather than trying to just serve others and embody the highest, best version of myself, the most aligned version of myself that is pursuing my life purpose to its fullest capacity. Because your finances are not going to increase magically by you continuing to worry about it and put more emphasis on it rather than just pursuing the highest version of yourself. You can still have financial goals, have a vision for your finances, to grow your finances, but there needs to be a balance in what you're doing on a daily basis. Is it for this financial goal solely, or is it to fuel your life purpose, to pursue your life purpose, to embody the highest version of yourself, to serve at a higher capacity, to fuel yourself, and those finances coming in are just a byproduct of that? Because if you're just focusing on the finances, you are going to feel empty because you are lacking that stability and that growth in embodying who you truly are and continuing to pour into that. And so I spent a lot of time just worrying about how am I going to make this work? What about my finances? What am I going to do? How am I going to make this money? But the money is a byproduct of you pouring into yourself and into your life purpose. So as long as I am continuing to grow, to learn, to pour into my life purpose and to pour into becoming the best version of myself, naturally my finances will increase, because how you pour into yourself is how the universe will pour into you financially. So remember that if you're on this spiritual journey of connecting with your soul, fulfilling your life purpose, fueling yourself so that you can become the highest version of yourself, you need to make sure that you're not focusing on this materialistic aspects only, and reminding yourself that, okay, we can still have balance, we can still have these goals, but not attach to them, not worry about them, because as long as we're pouring into ourselves, as long as we are embodying our highest version of ourselves, we are continuing to strive to serve others to a higher capacity, to pour into our life purpose to a higher capacity, to learn more so that our life purpose can be shown in a greater level, then those finances don't need to be worried about, because the finances will come through based on how much we pour into our life purpose and how consistent we are. And also, worrying is a sign of lack. So you are teaching yourself that you lack the finances. And so when you remain grateful and when you trust that the universe will provide for you, when you are providing for yourself and pouring into yourself and also serving others in doing so, you'll be provided for by the universe, and you don't need to worry about these finances. And naturally, when you stop worrying and when you continue to pour into yourself, the universe will naturally respond to that frequency and will give you the finances necessary. And when you take these risks, when you take action, you take the leap that you need to take, the universe will be there to help you and to provide for you. And you need to just trust that as long as you're going on your true path and fulfilling your life purpose and continuing to embody the better version of yourself, then you will be provided for, you will be protected, and you will be safe. So don't worry about it. Everything is divinely guided, divinely led, and you don't need to worry about things. The only reason you would worry about it is because your ego is attached to the finance, because it knows that the soul is not connected to the pursuit of it. And so when your soul is not connected to your pursuit of a financial goal, you are not doing so through your life purpose. And so if you're not doing so through your life purpose, you are just trying to get quick money. And even if the quick money takes years, it's still not your life purpose. And if it's not your life purpose, you're taking the easy route. And by taking the easy route, you are going to worry. You are going to feel like you're not doing enough. You are going to feel like there is lack, because what's lacking is your connection to your soul and your connection to, okay, I'm pouring, and your understanding of knowing that, okay, I'm pouring into my life purpose. I'm pouring into myself, and I'm serving others by doing so, because I was put on this earth for my life purpose, to fulfill my life purpose. So I don't need to worry about these things that the ego tries to attach to. So the ego knows its time is limited, and that's why it feels like it's in a rush. And so remember that your soul, you are a soul. You have a body. Remember that. You are not a body and you do not have a soul. You are a soul and you have a body. So when you are disconnected from your soul and you're attached to the ego, you will naturally feel this urgency, this feeling like you're not doing enough, no matter how much success you achieve, no matter how much money you gain, no matter what happens in the material world, because you're not connected to your soul. And your soul is what will fulfill you, allow you to feel fulfilled, because your soul is the blueprint to your life purpose, is the map to your life purpose. And so as you're connected to your soul, you're disconnected from your ego, you're connected to your soul, and you're automatically connected to the essence of your life purpose, because your soul is that essence. And so as you pour into your life purpose, as you continue on this journey of pursuing your life purpose, you will naturally, yes, there will be fears that come up. You will feel like you're not enough. You will feel these limiting beliefs, but they're not attached to the ego, in the sense that you genuinely feel like something isn't right, something is empty within you, because you're connected to your soul. So there is no emptiness. You feel those fears, you feel those limiting beliefs because they're connected to the ego, and that's just a sign and an opportunity coming up for you to heal through that and to release that. And as you do that, you're disconnecting more and more from your ego, you're detaching from your ego, and you're shedding the ego and reconnecting more and more with your soul. And as you do that, you will have more access to this pursuit of your life purpose, doing your life purpose, the fire that lights within you, that pours into what it is that fuels you in life. And so just remember, your ego is an illusion. It's connected and attached to all these fears, these limiting beliefs that keep you stuck. And as you disconnect from that and you heal through that and you release that, you naturally connect more and more with your essence, with your soul, and you will be able to pour more into your life purpose, because your soul is the fire that fuels that. And so just remember not to focus too much on these financial goals, these financial pursuits, only pursuing certain things because of the money, because of these materialistic things, because what will truly fulfill you is your life purpose, because it's connected to your soul. It will fulfill you from deep within you. And those financial goals that you have, what you still want financially, will be achieved as you pour into your life purpose and will just be supplementary. It won't fulfill you, but it will be enjoyable because you did so and you gained it in a way where you poured into yourself. You served others too. You poured into what it is that makes you you. You poured into your life purpose. You used your soul to fuel you. And that's beautiful. And so anything you gain in doing that and in going through that journey will be so enjoyable, so worth it, so fulfilling. Not because of the material things that you gained, but because of the way you gained it. Because you did so not out of lack, not out of unhealed wounds, not out of ego. You did it from your soul. You did it from the deepest part of you. You did it from the very thing that makes you you. That's insanely powerful. Wow. Just wow. And thinking about it, I used to struggle with focusing too much on lack, urgency, the ego trying to get me thinking I am behind, always behind, never doing enough, needing to reach these financial goals. But the point of these financial goals is to prove to myself that through my life purpose, I am able to expand to that level. If I just achieve those financial goals from doing things that are not connected to my life purpose, by not expanding on my life purpose and expanding on becoming the highest version of myself so that I can fulfill my life purpose, then everything I gain in that path will not be worth it. It won't be fulfilling, and I will still be empty inside because I was disconnected from my soul. And so don't let the ego convince you that you are behind, that you are in lack. Detach from these wounds, heal from these wounds, and unlearn these limiting beliefs and this programming that has caused your ego to develop in this way. And in doing so, shed your ego, reconnect with your soul fully, embody your soul's essence, and continue to pour into your life purpose, because that is literally the heart of you. That is your fire. That is that is your soul expanded beyond yourself. So trust that you are on the right path. As long as you are on your true path, you are on the right path. You are not behind. Don't fall for the ego. Don't fall for the fear. Stay connected to your soul. Stay connected to your intuition, because your intuition already knows the truth. And continue to pour into your life purpose. Continue to expand your life purpose and expand into a higher version of yourself. And as you do so, you will naturally achieve everything that you've ever wanted, because you poured into yourself. And as you did that, the way that you did that will automatically make everything you gain from that moment so much more enjoyable and worth it and fulfilling. So don't forget that, okay? And I'm saying this to remind myself too, to not forget that. I rewatch my YouTube videos to remind myself. So just remember, as long as you're connected to your soul, following your soul's path, your true path, fueling that, you will achieve everything that you wanted in divine timing. And it will be better than you could have ever imagined. So don't ever doubt that, and don't ever let the fear overpower that. Overpower that fire in your soul and that intuition, that guidance from your soul, okay? Have a nice day. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if you feel called to do so, and I hope this helped.